Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all so very much for joining us here tonight live on Twitch, twitch.tv/SpeedGaming2, part of the Speed Gaming family of networks here on Twitch. Make sure you follow all of them so you don't miss any of the great action like tonight's race coming to you from the Zelda 1 Randomizer 2025 Winter Tournament. This is game one of a best of three series between the number 26 seed Syscrusher and the number 23 seed Iceblue. I am Deus Ex Machina. You can call me Dim Gaming or Dim for short. I am joined tonight in the commentating booth by Adirondack Rick on the mic and Crump behind the scenes running the tracker for us. How's everybody doing tonight?
Well, I think I'm in for an exciting match between these two runners. As you can tell by the seeding numbers, we are still in double digits of the seeds. But you know what? Honestly, that means absolutely nothing around here. We have proven that seeds mean zippity doo dah.
Yeah, this has been a great tournament. It is stacked with quality runners top to bottom. And these flags just also lend themselves to a lot of upset potential. So, yeah, it's anybody's race.
Yeah, a lot of volatility amongst this, and it's been exciting to watch. What are we going to get here? How many Triforces are we going to need to get into level 9? This is the first of a double header for these two runners. So they'll run this seed, take a quick break, have a little bit of a discussion with us, and then they're going to get ready for race number 2. Right at the northeast of level 1 is where we start.
Yeah, and already some instant divergence with Iceblue going south, going to check some open caves. Syscrusher heading west, going to search the one open cave over here, but then probably going to go check that Armos item. Finds a take any.
Yeah, I like the strategy here for Syscrusher, because what's going to wind up happening here is you're going to try to figure out exactly where your Armos item is, and this allows you to get the two westernmost ones out of the way. Although, what Iceblue has found out is how much we need for a candle.
Yeah, and extra candles are not on in this flag set, as you saw in that Take Any Cave on Syscrusher's side, so we are going to have to buy a candle. Syscrusher going to bang out the two Armos checks on this side by doing the screen scroll. That gets you over to Death Armos.
Yep. So we now know that the Armos is going to be on the east side, but that is also a pretty solid find. A level 1, and this is the type of level that you want to at least try to explore a little bit to see if you can't find the standing item on the ground.
Yeah.
Don't guarantee you're going to be able to wield it, but if you can get it and it's something important, then maybe your opponent won't get it for a while. Although it looks like we are going to be combat locked from being able to get it at this early stage.
Yeah, not getting anywhere in level 1 right now. It looks like Iceblue is following in Syscrusher's footsteps. Going to do these same checks. He did find the medium secret though. So we saw the medium secret of 30.
Yeah, they are definitely making the way over towards level 6, because this is a potential spot that can be a while for other people to get to. Is this 1Q6 location? If this has a sword, you're feeling good, but instead it has level 7, so you feel about it.
Yeah.
Although it's an early item. Here. Is this an early item? No, it's not. It's a transport. Why would it be an item?
Yeah, they're gonna take it though and see where it brings them out at. Oh, we got Wiz Robes. That is not a fun room to pop out in.
Yeah, because when you're in a Wizrobe dungeon, you like to press up when you come out of a staircase, although you had no idea that you were coming onto a Wizrobe dungeon based on that first room. We do find the wood sword vanilla start.
Yeah, and Syscrusher, he's going to go and find that Armos item. He's heading over towards the Lost Hills in the forest. I thought for a second, whenever he up-8 like that, maybe he was heading back to level 1. But yeah, I like this play too. Go get your Armos item. I'm all about those free items. Go get what you can for free, because, I mean, if that Armos item's a red ring or even a white sword or a wand, that is huge, and that will make a a lot of ground up very quickly.
Yeah, so the thing is, the game gives you a free item. Now, this could be an item that you want. This could be an item that you don't want. There are runners out there, and I mean, sometimes you get distracted, but if it takes you more than a dozen minutes to figure out what your free item is, you may be behind in the race as a result, and that's a bow. Now, that you don't get any mileage out of that bow early on here because you don't have arrows, but that's a solid thing to figure out this early stage.
Yeah, yeah, now you're basically only looking for the silvers. We've seen a couple of arrow shops now, so it's not the rare shop. So if we get the money, then you've got repeatable 2x damage, offense. Now Iceblue is...
All right, we gotta find out what our goal is. We gotta find out what our goal is. And it's 5.
Oh, it's a 5. I kind of like this because this is going to be fun because if you get
you know
5,
Dem, hold on, I have to bring this out because us admin get to see the comments that the runners ended up putting when they submitted this race, and I do want to say, and I quote, I did not get to see what that is. Somebody can go ahead and catch me up in just a moment, but I want to put this out there right here, right now. The item or the 9:30 race between these two say, and I quote, "No 5 Triforce, dang it!" Guess what? We got a 5 Triforce seed, friends.
That's funny.
That is karma.
And
that's a wand and 6.
Doing the
Did you see that?
I did not see that.
Wand
I was watching
and 6.
Syscrusher.
Wand and 6, Chevy room.
Nice. Okay. So we can't get to it yet, but that's knowledge. Yeah, Syscrusher's having no luck trying to get a global bomb drop. He's doing the reset strategy where you up a save. Oh, 145 large.
I think we're buying
That's
arrows
huge.
with that. I think we're buying arrows with that.
Or a blue candle.
How about both?
You can. We should be able to afford it. Wow, we're finding lots of dungeons already too. We've already found almost half our dungeons.
1, 3, 6, 7, and 9.
Yeah. So more than half. We found 5 of the 9. Syscrusher finally is getting some bombs.
Chad asking the question, where was the sword? Sword was a vanilla start.
Yep. Sword is vanilla, and Syscrusher now heading back to level 1.
Makes sense. You get a free item here. What if this turns out to be your silvers? And so far, the enemies that you saw in this is an easy set. A whole lot better than the Wizros we saw in 7.
Right. Iceblue is going back into level 3. Level 3 likes to have just a free item on the floor as well, so I like this play. If I see a level 3 early, I usually at least check a few rooms.
We got fires.
Unfortunately,
we can't do anything really all that much.
Yeah.
We also have a double block room with a Goma, which we got an early bow. Iceblue's going to get it in just a moment, but yeah, you need arrows for that first. Iceblue does see the bow. It's going to pick this up in just a moment as long as he can, or they can play dodge the... There we go.
Yep. Syscrusher, meanwhile, got key blocked out of that level 1.
Not a big surprise. Level 1 likes to do that.
Alright, so Rusher now doing some bomb checks. about all he can do because he hasn't seen the candle shop and doesn't have enough money to buy it, even if he did know where the candle shop was.
And Iceblue getting the news that it is, of course, a 5 Triforce seed, because why not?
Yeah, I might get our first look at the coast item here.
Second look. I didn't get it the first time around because I was too busy with something else. So that's the book. Okay.
Yeah, it's the book. The book. Well, I said Bart Simpson writing on the chalkboard, "I will not forget the coast item," a reference to a recent race of his.
Looks like door repair charge is 16 rupees according to Domino Brighton chat. That's not bad. That's one off the minimum.
Crusher is seeing about all he can see in that southwest corner. He's going to up a save. Basically, doesn't really have anywhere to go except for the northeast, like Blue did. Now we're getting the any road checks from him as well. Okay, I don't think that we saw the fourth any road on Iceblue's side. It takes you up to East Death Mountain. Or maybe we did, because I did see him in East Death Mountain. I wondered how he got there that quick. I just didn't see him actually take the any road.
Iceblue trying to kill a Red Dark. Now, it looks like that went down vanilla 4 HP. I didn't necessarily track all the hits. Iceblue trying to be careful. I would just
Monocle Rock.
Yeah, okay. So what I would have done in that case that Iceblue was in was I would have scrolled over, then scrolled back over to get the Gorillas over to the other side. Unfortunately, Iceblue got sniped trying to just sneak around them. Early Triforce in 4. So we're going to go back in, see if we can't get anything inside of this level 4. Iceblue is going to find level 1 over here, but it's going to come up with the same unfortunate resolution that Syscrusher had. Segmented 4. This is a segmented 4. No, it's not! Wow. I figured early staircase right there in that position. That was going to be.
It almost always is. But seeing that it is a heart in the staircase, that means we're looking for a floor item. Crusher is going to go back in. I thought maybe he was just going to leave it and come back, but it looks like he's just pirouetting a bomb wall.
No, I don't think you can leave this behind. Well, maybe no. You want to leave this behind. Patra wants to say, no, you don't do much around here. That's going to be nothing. Oh, that's going to be our bait block.
Oop, there's the bait block, yeah, so bait's not required.
I like what Iceblue tried to do there. Was testing the walls and was pushing against the door, because if one of those doors open, you get the Kananaki to work.
Yeah. Yeah, not a bad strategy.
Yeah, that's advanced strategy.
Now, the other thing that has me concerned with this level 4 is how linear literally the entire level is. Because if it starts requiring keys, then...
Red candle.
Oh, there's our floor item, red candle. That's actually huge for Crusher because I still don't think that he had seen a candle shop or had the money to buy it because it's a 70 rupee candle. So now he's got his candle for free, and he's over near the forest where you really need a candle. Wood arrow purchase for Iceblue.
Gets the large secret at 145. Iceblue now complements the bow with the arrows. Syscrusher just around the corner from where level 3 is going to be. And so far, I like the technical skills that we're seeing from both of these runners in this early stage.
Yeah, both these guys, both these runners really know what they're doing here. Key purchase for Syscrusher using that large secret. I like that. Now that you know you don't have to buy a candle, use that money on keys.
Let's
now
talk
maybe
about
save
how...
enough for the arrows, but
Oh yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. Let's talk about how both of these runners got into this position. The Syscrusher, your 26th seed, ended up coming in here after defeating Money Mercs in the first round. Then defeated Tom J to set up this third round battle. For Iceblue, round 1 was against V-Torp. Second round was a very tight finish against Bogey. You should watch that race back if you haven't already. Even though you know what the result is, it's just phenomenal how that race came down to.
All right, so Ice has a blue candle now, and he is over in the forest as well, where he's going to put it to use very quickly.
Very likely we're going to have a ladder block now in this part of level 3. Any key is our white sword item, attainable at 4 hearts.
4 hearts. It's a huge pickup for Ice, especially because we've already seen a number of key blocks, like in level 1.
And that any key was located at the potion shop just north of, or right next to the desert.
Yeah. I am not as familiar with vanilla, so I'm not sure what it was. If that is a potion shop, I will take your word for it. You probably played vanilla a lot more than I have.
Doing those maps as a kid, and then just trying to put places to, or names to places nowadays.
Yeah.
Which can get interesting when you have those random percent tournaments that we have what almost seems like every 3 years, where sometimes you get the vanilla layouts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what did we just did something the other day. It might have been a seed of the week. And it turned out that the candle shop was the rare shop, and it was at Forgotten Spot. And I had to actually go and consult a vanilla map to remember that Forgotten Spot was a shop on the vanilla map. I was like, I think it was the very last shop that I went and looked at.
All right, because normally, okay, we do have a bona fide ladder block inside level 3. Level 3 is a wannabe level 4, 1Q4. See that design?
I did not.
It almost looked like a 1Q4.
Alright, so Ice is going to pirouette this. So they haven't gone... If they just go 2 rooms left, that's where the Triforce is, just sitting on the floor. I'm afraid they're going to full clear this level 4 before they make it back to start and see. Okay, so Crusher just saw arrows. Can't quite afford them yet. 18 rupees shy.
Yep, Iceblue sees this patch here. I also should point out, if you got to watch the race room setup here, Iceblue had a scene from The Simpsons up on screen for just a few moments before we got to the race time. Ooh, 37 rupee bombs. Yuck. But it was interesting in the fact that that screen popped up, and Iceblue was mentioning it on Discord that they forgot to check the freebie item over there on the coast, which turned out to be the bow in one of their seeds.
And This is actually one of those times where the any key is actually going to be a hindrance, because now Ice is going to see all of this level 4. They're not going to get turned around by keys the way Syscrusher
No,
did.
now they're going to get turned around by that compass.
Now they're not going to see it all. That was actually big.
It was getting confirmed in Champ by one of our fellow admins, Jess Andy, that it was the Bogey Seed, which, again, that was a crazy race, and that was a very, very tight, close race between those two. One of the best races we've had of the tournament so far.
Yeah, I think I must have been on vacation when that happened. I was out of town for a few days last week. I need to go back and rewatch that one, apparently, because everyone's been talking about it in Discord. Today's my first day back, really.
How was vacation?
It was great. We went camping and fishing and had a good time.
And you thought nothing about The Legend of Zelda or Legend of Zelda Randomizer?
Very little.
There's the heart container in 6, which we knew was going to be in the staircase because we've already seen the unattainable wand. All right, so Goma did have a staircase, but it turned out just to be the heart container, so we are looking for the floor drop here in 3.
We have not seen one single basement item yet, unless one of these hearts is the coast heart, but every basement so far has had a heart container. Alright, so at least the Vires go down to a bomb drop.
That's always nice. You hate seeing it when they decide that they're going to roll up.
Yeah. Yeah, especially because they're one of your main sources of bomb drops. They love dropping bombs themselves. So you can get a lot of good forces and globals off of them.
Zol's also going down in a single wand fire, so they went down to either 0 or 1 HP.
Yeah.
I know that there's a lot of people in the community that say, what is the worst enemy to have roll higher? And there's many different answers. Some people say Tektites. There's the wand, which is unattainable to Syscrusher, despite the best interest of Syscrusher to cross that moat, or cross that Chevy. But I mean, fires are probably the worst because it takes away one of your bomb droppers.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. I never really thought about it that way. I always say, you know, gels, Tektites, keys, those kind of things. But
yeah, and as Chad is pointing out, Syscrusher does have a new capture ready to go, but doesn't want to change it in the middle of the tournament, which is understandable. Don't change what is currently working for you at this stage in the game. Level 2 found southeast of 1Q1. And 2Q1 for that matter. And it's a segmented 2.
and it's segmented. Oh! That's an awful room because there's nowhere to go once you come through it. Ice is about to find the exact same level.
Yeah. This is where you damage boost.
Yeah.
Or you get the setup like Iceblue just got, and so did Syscrusher. Okay, good. They did go down in a single bomb. It's never fun when they go down to more than when you need more than one bomb to kill them.
Okay, and we have our 4 heart container in this room. Now, both items in level 2 will obviously be floor drops. So we're still looking for another floor drop. Oh, and it's right here. Wow.
Back-to-back rooms. So, I, myself, on a 5 Triforce seed, would consider just leaving.
It makes sense. I mean, I do believe, even though I don't follow my own advice sometimes.
Move up. You're in a Wizrobe dungeon. You cannot just be standing there ready to track when you come out of a staircase, especially in a Wizrobe dungeon.
Yeah. Oh, and there's our map.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do agree. You know, keep digging dungeons that you need items for, and look for the Triforces while you're looking for items.
Yeah,
Um,
my thought is just more of
sometimes,
my thought is just more in the fact that you're in a Wizrobe dungeon, and you're also in a sense here of this. Yeah, I don't know how big this 2 is. I know it can't be a huge dungeon, but that's just my strategy in the matter. But then again, I'd like to remind you that I am here in the commentary booth as opposed to being a runner in this tournament at this stage, so take my words with a grain of salt.
well, that's what I was thinking. The same thing. One of the biggest mistakes I made in my own race that I got eliminated in was I went back to a dungeon multiple times to get the Triforce after I already got the key, the items out of it, because I kept getting key blocked. I'm like, oh, I'm only 1 room away, I'll go back. Oh, I'm only 2 rooms away, I'll go back,
The dance of the pause strats here for Iceblue over here. 16 hits on
man.
on this 2-headed Gleok, and we're done with it.
All right.
Nothing out of it, but leave the room. You don't have to deal with it ever again.
Runner's gonna high five in the same room.
Yep, both with the red candle, so time to go to town.
If this is the Triforce, then we have a really close race. Oh,
And
it's
instead
not.
it's not.
Turn. Both runners on half a heart.
I
Within
didn't
one
even
room of
notice
each
that. You are right.
other.
Trying to desperately get through this with the 1 red Wizrobe versus Syscrusher, who said no to that room. Oh, Wizrobe tackled!
Now I bet Ice takes off from here, though.
Yep, both are done. Like, it's not a bad idea also to try to get the Triforce out of here. It's just, to me, it's like the game gave you the items 3 rooms in. That was my main mentality on that. And Syscrusher 1 rupee away from the arrow.
1 rupee.
I'd almost try to kill one of those blue Gorillats, although they don't really drop a whole lot of rupees.
Yeah.
Alright, so we have not seen
more than
levels
1.
5 or 8, by the way. Syscrusher accidentally using the recorder there.
Alright, potion letter found. The Burned Bushes by Vanilla Start.
Close. Alright, Iceblue is done with that part of the route. We're just going to go somewhere else.
Now, neither runner has really bombed much in Death Mountain. I don't really... Ice is going back to... No, he's going to check here. And then I think he's heading back to level 1 with that any key. Which would be a really smart play.
Yeah, that would not be a bad idea. Though Syscrusher's going to be heading there with 4 keys.
Yeah, Crusher's doing the same thing, so...
Yeah, your
Again,
ladder
both
blocked...
runners hot on each other's heels.
Yeah, your ladder blocked out of level 3.
3.
6, you're pretty much ladder blocked under your assumptions. And you've been tossed out of this... Oh, red ring and 1!
Red ring! And they're both going to get it within seconds of each other.
Simultaneous red ring pickups for both of these runners. Let's go.
Probably wish they had that when they were in level 2 against those Wizrobes.
Both handled the rooms pretty solidly for the low health that they had.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's the reason why I was looking forward to this race, because you're getting to see some great technical skill from both of these runners in this race.
Mm-hmm. All Alright, Crusher playing the spin a key, get a key game.
There is your map to level 1.
Ladder and the item. Ladder and 1 and the... Well, the item's going to be the staircase heart, but...
And there it is for Iceblue as well.
I wonder if Ice will take it, because that'll give him, or that'll give them 10 hearts, so that gives them a good chance at the magical sword.
Yeah, Iceblue knows that this is the heart container at this point in time. It's going to just go down here. At this point in time, you might as well, you haven't found all of your levels just yet. So maybe go ahead and try to see if maybe you've come across the magical sword, finding another level.
Mm-hmm. Also, we know that book is on the coast. That'll give us hints, and not only hints, but we might also find the hints of, you know, meet the old man in Death Mountain or whatever.
And I also do want to point out that Iceblue just saw one of the hint shops over at the Forgotten Spot, which is something I don't think Syscrusher has seen yet.
Yeah. Yeah, Ice has actually seen both hint shops then. If Forgotten Spot was one, I didn't actually see what Forgotten Spot was, but the other hint shop was right below the any key.
Ah, okay.
The white sword item.
I did not get that marked off. So there's the Triforce for Iceblue, a little bit faster out of Syscrusher due to luck, which does happen in this game. There's the nice kill out of 5 on a single candle burst there for Syscrusher, and we are done with level 1.
And also big for Syscrusher, because he hasn't found the any key. He actually came out of level 1 key positive. Went in with 4 keys, came out with 5.
That doesn't usually happen with level 1.
No, not at all.
Syscrusher is going to be going back to level 4 to get that book.
Okay.
Or we are not going to go back to level 4 to get that book.
Level 6 to get the wand.
Okay, that might be the game plan here. I was thinking go to level 4, get the book, and then start going back into dungeons.
Yeah, I do like the well, there's level 8 at
8 found at Woods
recorder spot. But I do like getting the immediate offensive upgrade. Get the free wand. You don't have to kill anything for it.
Yeah, I agree about that. I was just thinking maybe go get the book in case you find the old man in this 6 that tells you where something is.
That's a good point too. The book is one of those items that the earlier you can get it, the more it's going to pay off. Ooh, I don't like this room though, even with the one. Well, he's got a red ring, so it's not too bad.
Yeah, you got 8 hearts and red ring. Yeah. This is fine.
This is fine. Everything's fine. Oh. When you get to that clock, everything would be really fine. Oh, and right there's one of those
that old man there.
Saying.
And I'm also surprised Iceblue didn't go get that book either, but Iceblue has something on their mind.
I kind of thought that was where they were heading.
Yeah.
I thought they'd do the world wrap right there, but heading up towards Death Mountain instead. There's the Triforce out of 6. So Syscrusher now 2 Triforces away from his ticket to level 9, and that's what I started to say that earlier, is that's the one reason why I really like a lower Triforce count. I know a lot of people want to see the full 8 Triforces because it makes for, you know, a big long seed. I like the smaller Triforce count because now if he gets this Triforce out of 2 and then he finds another quick Triforce, do you gamble on silvers in 9? You know,
I think that's exactly the play Syscrusher's making.
Yeah.
Because what I can see Syscrusher doing right now is get this Triforce and go into level 3, get that Triforce, and then head to 9.
All right, we're about to get hints.
Wrapped in
3
7.
crumbles with the craft.
Fire the arrow to locate the heart container. Thank you so much.
We already saw that.
Now, that tells me we might have just found the heart container in 3.
Yeah. Yeah, so there might be another item in 3, you're right. Because we had to kill the Goma to get into there.
Our bracelet is recorder block, so that's probably one of the items
Probably
in the
8. Yeah, we can't mark that for certain because it could be under a.
Yeah. I myself will
could
mark
be under
it
a dig
on
dogger,
mine,
or.
just...
Yeah, I'm gonna mark it on my own personal one as well, but yeah, I mean level 5 could also be recorder blocked.
You're right. And of course, as you just mentioned, we could have a dig dogger blocked power bracelet as well. Iceblue's going to the other hint cave here. Boomerang in 8, guaranteed.
That's definitely an 8.
Thank you,
we already
game.
knew that one too.
One last piece of information for Iceblue, and then I don't see Iceblue spending much more time trying to seek things out here. We do find the Triforce in level 2.
Yep.
So I think Syscrusher's going to 3.
Yeah, which we... I shouldn't say no, but strongly suspect is double heart.
Although that's not the direction for level 3. And thank you, game.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
That's about the coast item.
We were waiting for the locked book hint.
Oh, wood arrow purchase for Crusher. Oh, that makes sense because the Goma block in 3.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That would explain it there. Doing this move protects you in case that Goma has an item, which we know is a heart container. Is it the Coast Heart? We're under that suspicion right now based on that hint.
Chat's asking silvers in 9? Good chance because it's either 5 or 9.
Well, that depends. It really depends on what is the story behind that play a melody.
Yeah, it really does.
Because there's no guarantee that... so 5, 8, and 9 are our question marks. Okay. Cool. Thank you, game.
Is that the same hint we already paid for?
Well, no, because Iceblue got the hint that said that level 8 had the boomerang, that Gliok returns with it, and now just got the play a melody hint.
Play a melody. Okay. I was gonna say, I didn't think there could be duplicate hints, but...
Now this is the case where you can get duplicate hints.
Yeah, it's 2 hints about the same item, but it's just worded differently.
But yeah, take a look at this level 3. Don't you see a little bit of level 4 in it?
Yeah, I can see what you're saying, yeah. Yep. And level 6 almost looks like a number 6, or a letter G, maybe?
That is definitely an ink blot. Chad also mentioning seahorses. There's the that's confirmed Coast Heart.
Confirmed.
So I think at this point in time, what we should do is get things connected over to Syscrusher, because we're going to go to level 9.
Yeah, that definitely looks like it is the play. I kind of like this red ring, and I mean, he doesn't have all the hints and stuff, so Iceblue has a lot more knowledge. But you've got a red ring, wand, ladder, recorder. Like, there's nothing really stopping you.
And we're gonna pick up the book before we go.
These items.
Yeah, we're gonna pick up the book first before we go into level 9, so we can get that Silvers to Kill the Beast Light elsewhere hint that's gonna get replaced by a mugger. Nice. I'm calling my shot right now. It's getting replaced by a mugger.
Alright, so Blue now back into level 6. Also, well, he already got, or they already got the wand, so they're just looking for the Triforce at this point. Don't remember where Crusher found it. I think it was a little further up in the north.
Oh, there's the mugger! There's the mugger!
No!
There's the mugger!
You called it! There's the mugger taking one of the hints.
Oh, and by the way, this is going to be a Wizrobe 9, I think.
Because of the Gibdos?
Yep, they were in the same family. I'm getting grief by my fellow admin here, Just Andy. You've wished for a lot of things on our runners, too, including Tutti Flute, so... We found Zelda.
We've already got Zelda. One room away. Triforce pick up out of 6 for Iceblue.
Okay, no, these are not... This is not a Wizrobe set. Never mind. That's
Final
actually
set.
not bad.
Oh. Crusher wants that key because he never did see the any key white sword item.
Yeah, I think Iceblue.
See, that's another piece of knowledge that Crusher doesn't even have. He doesn't even know what the white sword item is. He has a lot of items outstanding, so this really is a gamble on his side.
Oh, I agree. I think Iceblue's going to be making the same play, so if Syscrusher is right on this gamble of silvers and 9, they are in a very comfortable position.
Yeah, and I would say that maybe Iceblue could even make up some time with that any key, but Crusher's not really in key trouble. He keeps finding keys up to 7. And going to be taking a lot of transports. It looks like he plays with the same mindset that I do. If you're looking for silvers in 9, then you just take every set of stairs you see, because then you're marking off basically two stair rooms, you know, where he entered and where he came out.
Yeah, I get that mindset. My thought is maybe I'm in the right quadrant that the silvers are going to be in, so why leave that quadrant? You know, it's a feel, and it's also a luck-based game. Like, for instance, maybe the silvers are in this room here. And another key for Syscrusher.
Alright, so Blue got his Triforce out of 2, so he is 1 Triforce away.
Chat asking
Looks
the
like they're heading
question.
back to 4.
Chat asking the question. Magic Boomerang. That's not what we're looking for. So chat is asking the question in regards to Syscrusher finding 5, 7, or 8. No, Syscrusher has not seen any of those levels. In fact, did not know that 8 is recorded blocked at this point in time.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen 5 on either runner's side, so...
Nope, we haven't.
If silvers do end up being in 5, then this went from being a jet seed to possibly a slog.
Yeah, especially if we had to go hunt down the raft in 7 or the power bracelet in what we assume to be 8. Not guaranteed yet.
Their staircase. Nope, another transport. This is, I believe, the 4th set of transports we've seen.
Here's the co-star.
Oh, we've got a Ganon roar.
Roar.
Now this is which way do you go? Because you don't want to get shuttered in with Ganon yet.
Now this is fine. We choose the wrong door, but we're gonna bomb out. We are going to bomb out. There's going to be a bomb exit out of this room.
Triforce pick up out of 3 for Iceblue, so he is hot on the heels.
We can bomb out.
Getting also into level 9, and we did find that bomb wall out.
And thank you, game.
Okay, so both runners now in level 9.
Another transport staircase.
Now Ice is going to pay the mugger with the key, so he doesn't have to up A and lose their health.
We get to see how the strategies worked out. So we did see 2 old men already. One of them telling us about the beast just 2 rooms away from the beast. And the other... Oh, white sword! It's not here!
White sword! Crusher will take it for the upgrade, but it is not the silvers.
5 or 8 has the silvers to kill the beast. And Syscrusher does not have a whole lot of rupees to buy hints either.
No. They haven't even seen the hint shops either, so,
Well, we're now up to 12 more rupees than what we had.
Chad is calling for a power bracelet or a raft block 5 so that we have to dig all the dungeons.
Y'all love pain, don't you? Just a reminder, these runners are doing a double header, so make sure you follow them. Yeah, it is play a melody to get the power bracelets. The hint we saw 8 was recorder blocked, but that means nothing just yet. Iceblue gets the compass.
Yeah, I don't know if they saw the room with Zelda in it, so Syscrusher finally seeing the blue candle shop, which may actually be the rare shop because I don't think we've seen it anywhere else.
Yeah, I think you might be right. Chat asking doubleheader nice, but what if it goes to a game 3? Well, they're going to play that another night. There's the Andy key for Syscrusher. Oh, goodness.
It's just about to find the hint shop here, but like you said, doesn't have money for him.
Has the hint for
might
the
buy
11.
that cheap one. Buy that 11 one. Yeah.
There's the boomerang
and
hint.
That's actually something that he needs to know because has not seen level 8 or any items from it, obviously.
So it's highly likely level 5 is going to have the silvers, but we can't put the answer in 5 just yet.
Yeah, it'll really depend on where we find 5.
Yeah.
If we find 5 under a recorder block, then it's anybody's guess. If we find 5 under a bomb wall or a burn bush that we somehow haven't seen yet, which we haven't seen hardly anything of Death Mountain, then yeah, we can guarantee that silvers are in 5. But
well, I'll raise it up to 95% at that point in time for that very small potential that we do have a Dig Dogger.
Dig Dogger in 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you are technically correct. The best kind of correct.
All right, so we still have all of Death Mountain, except for just a few squares that have been explored.
Yes, correct, chat. Raft and 7 was a hint.
That is correct. And again, Syscrusher does not know this information. Iceblue does. Iceblue also knows what level 8 is. Syscrusher does not.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to say who has the lead right now. I almost, Ice has a lot of knowledge, so you got to think he's going to go immediately level 5 hunting. Yes, correct.
They have a lot of information here. Syscrusher's about to find 8.
But yeah, but Crusher has a lot of... Well, he's already found both items in 9, so he knows that's not where the answer is. So all of this time that Blue is spending in 9 is giving Crusher time to get caught up on overworld exploration and knowledge.
Syscrusher's about to get into 8. Now, Syscrusher doesn't know about the power bracelet potentially being here. Oh, another mugger at 9! We were not going to get the Silver's hint.
Oh. But if level 5 is power bracelet blocked and has the silvers, then that might almost be a blessing in disguise.
Yikes! That is an 8.
So Crusher saw that map and immediately left.
No, no way. Oh, no.
Well, I don't blame him because he saw the hint about one item, so he basically has a 50-50 chance.
And it could very well be the floor drop that you're searching for.
Yeah.
Look, I don't want to invoke pain on the runners, but I do remember a low Triforce seed during the Swiss rounds of this that came down to the ladder to cross a moat for all the 2 rooms to get to, or not moat, but a Chevy to get to Zelda for all the 2 reasons. So, I know how this game operates. It likes pain.
Yeah.
And these runners are experiencing this pain for our enjoyment. Now, Syscrusher does not know that the raft is in this 7.
Ooh. Now, again, if 5 is raft blocked, then this could be a good thing. Otherwise, this is going to be a lot of wasted time. Or
it's
maybe not too much wasted time.
It's a segment at 7. Oh, what is this game?
Oh, and it's Wizribs. At this point, I would rather be digging that level 8.
Wand and 6, thank you. I can burst you with my wand. Thank you so much for the hint. White sword for Iceblue.
Blue sees the white sword. Doesn't even pick it up.
Ah,
wow. I mean, they've already got the wand, which does 2 HP damage, but wand can't hit Wizrobes or Ganon, and...
Alright, the search continues. Bomb upgrade, which we cannot afford.
Yeah. Crusher has just never had money. I mean, I guess he did buy a couple keys early, as soon as he got that large secret. Yeah. But just has always seemed like he's behind in the rupee count this seed.
Which is astonishing, considering the fact that Syscrusher got the free candle.
Yeah, right?
Alright, what do you think, friends? Is it going to be level 5 out there in the open? Or is it raft blocked? Or is it power bracelet blocked?
I'm just thinking with as much as or I should say with as little of Death Mountain as we've seen. I'm betting level 5s on Death Mountain, and that's going to be where the silvers are.
Nay, the runner has seen Mags. Oh, look, Goma.
Ooh. I would love to see a, well, we know that the silvers aren't in here, we know it's the raft, but it would have been great if that was the raft, and then 5 was raft blocks, so that you had to have arrows to get silvers.
Oh, black silvers.
It's been a while since I've seen bow block silvers.
Hey, TikToker! Now we know this is the raft again in 7, but... Akumentus waits for the red ring. Thank you, we found that already.
Yep, I already knew that.
Level 5, perhaps by the river, maybe?
Found our last take any on Iceblue's side. Oh, he took a... They took a potion there. I thought maybe they might take the heart for the better chance at mags if they do find them. Because, well... Actually, now that I think about it, Ice never takes the letter. He doesn't even take the letter from the letter cave because they don't like scrolling through past it, I guess.
Yeah. Another item in your... there's the nice Triforce in 7. Alright, somehow we're supposed to get to the upper part of this level 7. Through this bomb wall. That's how.
We also haven't seen the transport staircase yet. Well,
the
we saw one
staircase,
transport...
The transport staircase of the segment.
Yeah, that's what I was meaning.
Oh, ain't that a special room?
Yep. And there it is.
Yes, of course. Of course.
Oh,
nice
no!
Zelda's room. Trust me, these runners do not think this is a comedy right now. They think this is a horror show. Only you, me, and the 370 people that are watching on SpeedGaming 2 right now think that this is a comedy.
Alright, so Ice is in Death Mountain. I personally think this is the right play. I think this is where... I think this is where we're going to find level 5.
Yeah, well, we're going to find out real soon. We're starting to run out of those locations. And now Syscrusher hands the raft out of 7.
Ice is trying to farm bombs off of these red dark nuts here. There we go. Got him. Excuse me. Got him off of the
Gorillas.
Red Gorillas.
Much better, friendlier enemy to get bombs off from.
Yeah, well, and I mean, I guess they do have the wand, but again, I just feel like that's where that white sword, you know, the 3 seconds it would have took to go down those stairs and get the white sword, it feels like it would have paid off by now. But...
By the way, that candle shop is not the rare shop. Found one over here on Death Mountain, but we weren't really going to get the way up here. Yeah, we had an any road.
It's also looking more and more unlikely that we're going to find level 5 up here. Between our 2 runners, I think that we have seen
that's it.
All of Death Mountain now, except for the push block, the power bracelet spot, I mean. This will be the take any for Syscrusher.
This also tells us that I believe the magical sword is power bracelet blocked.
Have we seen all the whistle spots? We might have. Yeah, I think we have. So, yeah, it's seeming like it's either going to be raft blocked or power bracelet blocked. Oh,
All right.
Crusher buying the very expensive bombs, but
If you're Iceblue, I think you got to go to 8 now.
I'm thinking. I'm kind of surprised that Crusher hasn't bought the hints.
Surprisingly, I don't think they've been to the Forgotten Spot.
They might not have. Yeah, Crusher might not have seen the Forgotten Spot, but I know that he saw the hint shop over in the forest.
Yeah. And now you actually have money to buy those hints.
Mm-hmm. And if you really wanted to save the frames, you don't really even need to save.
Alrighty, so I guess the question now comes down to, is it raft blocked or is it power bracelet blocked? That could very well determine who wins this race. As Iceblue goes into level 8.
Crusher back in Death Mountain. Did he miss a screen up here, or?
Syscrusher has not made it over to the left side of Death Mountain.
Oh, that's right. That was Blue that we saw do all of West Death.
Yeah, they ended up just going through that portion of Death Mountain. Now Syscrusher's going to go ahead and check, which will give Iceblue a little bit of time to explore this level 8, see if we can't find the power. There's the wooden boomerang. We already knew that was going to be here. All right, so if I am to assume everything correctly, we're going to find a power bracelet in a staircase in this level 8.
And now what it's going to come down to is level 5 power bracelet block or raft block, because one of our runners is going to have the power bracelet and one of them already has the raft. And so once Crusher sees the rest of this, if he goes and does raft checks and finds level 5,
and I'll be honest with you, Dem Gaming, I'm surprised Syscrusher didn't immediately check the raft after the last up in A.
It definitely would have been well, I shouldn't say it'd be a quicker walk because you can just screen scroll across the Death Mountain, but yeah, would have, at least the one by vanilla start, 1Q4.
Right. At that point in time, it's just checking your advantage.
Yeah. Yeah, push any advantage. Maybe my opponent didn't dig out level 7.
Yeah. Especially in a 5-4 seed.
Yeah, if it's a 5-4 seed and you're an hour in, your opponent hasn't finished yet, you usually know that something weird's going on.
Something's amok.
See? Seeing a few old men hints in this level 8, but all telling us stuff that we already knew.
Yeah, it's going to be hard-pressed to find something that gives us new information. The only information that's going to be new to us is telling us what level 5 is next to.
Yeah. Looks like we might be getting that raft check right now on Syscrusher's side, though.
Yeah, and I get exactly what Fred's going with the comment, but to me, just like, you gotta check your advantage, even if you have no idea where your advantage is, because you never know. You never know. And maybe you end up losing a race that you had the advantage in. I love Dig Doggers in this level 8 here.
Oh, well, there's the Triforce. Now, if this... Okay, I was going to say, if this is the push block, this could be the power bracelet, but...
All right, here we go. Second ramp location coming up here. Is this level 5? No, it's not. It is power bracelet blocked.
As is apparently the magical sword.
Yeah. So Iceblue might just be in the advantage position now, and Syscrusher knows where this level 8 is. Who's gonna find this first? We've already seen the boomerang on the floor, so we know we are looking for a staircase.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a race now to see who gets there, and then
who guesses right on which power bracelet spot's going to be.
yeah. I mean, Crusher knows that one of the two in Lost Hills is
Magical sword.
yeah, so I don't know if that makes you want to go up there sooner to try for a magical sword pickup, or later, since it's now a 50-50. But
Nice bomb forced by Syscrusher.
oh, this is a staircase.
This
Did
is a
we not
transport.
see this on?
This is a
Okay.
transport. It's that bottom right corner, I think. Could this be? No, it's not.
Stalfos rolled up. That's mildly frustrating. Alright, so Blue now trying to figure out how to get over to that bottom right corner, like you were saying.
Yeah, this feels like a forced path. Syscrusher now getting the same information that we got from Iceblue. We're looking for a staircase. And for all we know, it could very well be a having to go down through this path, although I think this is something that Iceblue has already checked. But what has started off as a 5 Triforce seed has turned into a little bit of a misadventure, my friends.
Oh, it looks like Crusher might be pathing correctly, though, if we are right that the item is down here.
I think Iceblue is trying to get some bombs off these moblins. They say no.
Now, there should be 2 staircases. I don't think we've seen either staircase item yet.
We haven't. This will be one.
There's one.
Is this the heart container, or is this the second item of this level 8?
Blue's going to be right behind him, though.
There's the heart container, so no.
That's the heart.
And over here to the left, that's not the answer.
Nope.
And immediately we leave. Iceblue's going to see this room and do the reverse clip. Nice, fast, quick clip there. And we're going to go into this room here. This is likely the other staircase room. Here we go. This is going to be almost simultaneous, and you don't want to grab that clock if you're Syscrusher.
Oh, it didn't push.
Oh,
what room didn't we see?
Wow. All right.
I thought for sure that was going to be it. We must have missed a room somewhere. Ice has seen so much of this level 8.
Mm-hmm. Well, we can bomb to the north.
Did we see the 2 rooms that jut out up here to the right?
So Syscrusher's going to get, unfortunately, tossed aside by some of these other rooms that we saw Iceblue in at this stage.
Yeah.
Because we've already have taken care of that Goma. We've already been up through this segment here.
Oh, yeah, and this is another old man hint. Or no, it's
Mhm.
not. We just saw that room twice. That's what it was. Yeah.
Yep. Reminding us that Aquamentus awaits by a lake. Iceblue heading over here to the left. That's not the answer. Oh my goodness.
Ooh.
And you know at this point in time, an hour 8 in, you have not found your silvers. You have no idea where your opponent is. You are going. Where's my opponent? Why haven't they finished? Am I ahead? Am I behind? I'm way behind, aren't I? Oh my gosh. I gotta calm myself down. Oh no. I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. There it is. Staircase. Iceblue. Is this the power bracelet? Yes, it is.
It is.
All right. Who takes the right path? Syscrusher in the same room. Who takes the right path to find where this level 5 is?
Well, Ice immediately up-A'd back to start.
Yeah, you have to up A and do a save at this position because you're too far away from any of the power bracelet spots. Unless you want to check the one by the grave, and their Syscrusher is going to record her. All right, near start, not it. Syscrusher is going to go ahead and record her. Iceblue's going to record her. We're going to check the Lost Hills here. One of these is going to be your magical sword. Which one's the magical sword? Is it on your left?
Know
is it
right
on your
now.
right? Here we go. One of these. No, it's going to be the one on the right.
And is it 11 hearts?
11 hearts. It is.
Wow.
Oh, and Syscrusher. Is it 10 hearts? Oh my. Remember when Iceblue did not get that white sword in 9?
And remember when Syscrusher didn't go down the stair to get that heart container?
Oh, Syscrusher's
not even going to try.
Didn't even want to wait out the lever time delay.
We're about to have a bogey zero check on Blue's side.
And if it's not here, it is either the grave or the northwest quarter. Not at the arrow.
It's not there.
Syscrusher just not finding a level. It's just not taking the time. Does not want to. I'm surprised Iceblue's not taking that warp over to the other side. Oh, no, never mind. There's not a warp to the other side. Okay, one of these two about to find level 5. Oh,
this is a crazy race.
this is, my goodness. One of them is about to find it right here. Is it Syscrusher? It's Syscrusher.
It is.
5
the
found.
Great push block. Oh, and it's bomb blocked.
Yeah, and you can't bomb, you can't jimmy your way in it. All right, is it in the staircase or is it on the floor?
Is it right here? Because this is a push block.
No, it's level 5. This is a transport staircase. It's level 5. It's a transport staircase.
Nah. Could be one of a couple, because these with this flag set, not with the way the start rooms are always being on that bottom side, we see a lot of segmented dungeons. So if this is segmented, there's going to be multiple transports in it.
And especially considering the fact that this level has quite a wide path from where that staircase came out. There we go. Iceblue's going to find out that this is a transport. Do we take it, though? We do not. Okay, this makes things interesting. Did Syscrusher get this? Is this heart container we're looking for? The floor drop!
The floor item in 5.
By the way, we do have a segmented 5. Because we just saw another staircase right there from Iceblue in that room that Syscrusher just ran over. There's silvers on the floor! All right, back to 9. Audio back to Iceblue.
Silvers silvers for Crusher.
Let's go. Let's go. Now both runners know where I believe Iceblue has seen Ganon. or her
So
Ganon.
Crusher's whistling the... He's going to try to whistle to 4. Yeah, Blue, I believe, was close enough to hear Ganon, but I don't think he's ever laid eyes on Zelda's room, but does have the compass. Crusher has all the knowledge.
Iceblue's been to the room to the north of Zelda. Knows where she is. Let's go.
Oh, they have been there?
Level
Okay.
9. Here we go. And they're doing another race after this. Syscrusher into 9 just seconds after. Who has the better path to the Ganon?
Yeah.
And Iceblue with the combative advantage of the magical sword at 11 hearts. Syscrusher trying to bomb over. I think trying to find a faster path over. I think Iceblue has the path. Syscrusher trying to bomb over. Trying to find a faster path. These two are almost room for room, just a room separated each other right now.
Yeah, and those mags actually might make a bit of a difference.
You gotta
Half
get
as
through
many
Ganon,
hits
though.
for Iceblue.
You gotta get through Ganon, though. Alright, staircase for Iceblue. Oh my goodness. And Syscrusher about to go through the staircase.
Crusher.
Iceblue just a few rooms away. Oh!
Seems like they're taking different paths here. Did Blue not find Ganon?
Maybe a different path. This could, maybe Iceblue just made a mistake there. Oh, this could have given Syscrusher back the race as Syscrusher goes to Ganon first and Iceblue's just the room away! And the Zelda's in the next room over. All right, gotta be careful here. Here we go. 1, try to go down. 2, 3, trying to get him over to the right. Iceblue trying to get him.
4.
Okay, Syscrusher into a stun.
Oh my goodness!
This is gonna be incredible! They up and A at the same time! They both know where Zelda is! Oh!
Wow!
My goodness! Get into the room!
I've
Call your friends!
never...
They're gonna be right side by side! We're gonna need a frame count for this, friends! They're both at Zelda the same... Oh, Iceblue gets pushed away!
The Gimdo might have just cost Iceblue the race!
Wow!
Oh.
1:16:26 Syscrusher, 1:16:27 for Iceblue!
That Gimdo at the end! Oh my goodness! That Gimdo knocking Iceblue out of the doorway!
Second closest race of the tournament!
Wow. Yeah, get your GGs in chat for that, folks. I can't believe I was actually on the call for a race this close. That has never happened for me.
Alright, just to explain, as Bogey has put out in chat, Bogey's going to take care of the frame count as one of our admins of the tournament. Get both of these runners in here. We need to talk about this. Oh my goodness!
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
Man. Yeah, I left that bomb spot where 5 was, because I went past her without bombs. I'm like, well, you know what? I'm just gonna have to hope that's not level 5.
Oh.
And it's got to be either silvers in or PB and 8, which I assumed it was PB because of all the probability. You know,
I
ducked out of there real fast when I first found it.
yeah, I did too. I saved that last push block on the overworld for last because level 7 was right next to it, and if it wasn't level 5, I was going into 7 for the stupid raft.
Yeah, I got the raft. That was terrible. That felt bad, but
I dug like 5 rooms in 7 without a weapon, and I was like, yeah, I'm out of here.
did you buy any hints? I got one that said boomerang.
I bought all
8.
6 of them.
Okay.
Yeah,
So I had the information for all the items in 7 and 8.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
Iceblue had the play a melody to obtain the power bracelet, which kept Iceblue out of 7. So if I was ramp locked, this was your race, Syscrusher.
Yeah, I was hoping it was.
I swear to God, if that Gibdo bopped twice before Zelda cost me this win, I am screaming from the top of my apartment.
It may just have because that created the second differential between you two.
That raft was really deep in 7 too. That was not a fun dig. That was awful.
I went, so when I got to that 2-way in 8,
yeah,
where it was like the dark floor and the spike traps, I went north. And I just went north, and then I found the compass and went right towards it, and I just isolated that one, like those 2 rooms right there, and just never checked them, and then I looped all the way back around, and then finally found the PB, and I was like, you jerk.
Yeah, my 8 wasn't like super awful, but it was. I mean, it wasn't. I didn't do like a top portion of it. I don't even know if I had the map. I don't know if I saw. I did see the map. Yeah, I saw the map for sure. But could have been worse.
Oh my God.
So, I have a question for you, Syscrusher.
Yeah, go for it. What did I do?
That Lost Hills power bracelet spot that you opened up and then up and 8 out of.
Yeah.
Did you not want to check the magical sword at 10?
You know what? I didn't mark it. I didn't mark sword. Where was it?
It was that one that was at the Lost Hills there, the power bracelet. You up and 8 because you didn't want to wait for the sprite to form.
Oh,
you
I
actually
didn't
saw a
see
hint about. Yeah, you saw a hint about the
Yeah.
magical sword being in the Lost Hills, and we thought that you only had those 2 power bracelet spots left of
Yeah.
it. So we knew it had to be one of the 2.
I do remember checking that now, but I
it
wasn't.
Well, we know that it was available at 11.
Oh,
We don't
man.
know if it was at 10.
Blue got it. Yeah.
And that was allowing Iceblue to at least come back from the opposite direction that they took coming out of that I believe, what was it, the second or third staircase trying to get to Ganon.
Gotcha.
Was there a faster way to Ganon?
I was just.
No, you both took,
I
both took that same route.
Like,
Okay.
Yeah, you both
3 or
took
4
the same
stairs.
route, but whenever you popped out of the transport, you went south, which I don't think was the correct direction.
I don't track my 9s. I have a pretty good photographic memory when it comes to things, and I assumed,
Gotcha.
like in my brain, like I was in such a rush because Syscrusher never finished. So I went south, and I was like, oh yeah, I was like the staircase is here, and then I was like, oh wait, crap, no, it wasn't. I was like, I got to go north and then to the right.
Yeah, because we saw Crusher pop out. You guys popped out of you popped out first, but went south, and then you got like 2 rooms away, and Crusher popped out and went north, and we were like, one of these guys just went the wrong way.
Yeah, and surprisingly, that was where the being able to kill Ganon in 4 hits versus the 8 did give you the chance, and oh my goodness, the synchronicity up until that Gibdo tried.
So what's the rule of thumb? Is it just 1 second or is it 2?
It's we're in a frame count right now. We are waiting for the official results from Bogey Smalls.
Because if it's like 2 seconds, I'm gonna be so sad.
Yeah.
I thought about firing a
counted.
silver arrow at that thing and killing it, but I was like, nah, there's no chance he hits me. There's no chance he hits me.
I legit think this would have been like a straight up tie if that Gibdo wouldn't have bopped you off that door twice.
Yeah. I obviously, with admin power, can see the current discussion going on right now. I do not have the results, but I do want to point out a few comments in the race room just for the people here watching on SpeedGaming 2. Quote from one of our fellow admins, Just Sandy. Why must you make this difficult for us?
It's not a fun tournament if I'm not making the admins sweat. Okay.
You tries to make us difficult for us.
I mean, you already had to make us sweat with an
Stupid
8-second
rolls.
differential in the race against Bogey.
Look, that's why I have this beautiful image plastered right on top of my gameplay.
About getting the about checking the ghost item.
Look, all right.
All right.
I did 100 laps of the ghost item.
Hold on a second. Official results. Syscrusher 116 23.8 seconds. Iceblue 116 25.517. Iceblue, you're screaming at Gibdos. Syscrusher, race 1 winner.
I mean, that's a 1.5 second. Hold on, no, wait, that's
1.7 second differential.
Jeez, man, sorry.
No, that's a 1 second. Nah. I demand. Wow.
Oh, those are hard to swallow, man.
No, it's all good. I'm so after these tourney races tonight, I'm gonna go and do 100 laps of me just stabbing a Gibdo with the wood sword.
Just like you did 100 laps of you going to the coast item.
I'm not gonna be able to screen scroll. My hands are gonna be shaking now.
But by the way, I also want to point this out because it was a comment that you made for race number 2, and I loved it how we had a 5 Triforce seed here.
I can't stand 5 Triforce seeds.
Like
They're so
either.
terrible.
And we saw the exact reason why here. Because 2 of the hints from the old man were swallowed up by muggers, so you weren't getting the silver cent no matter what.
And it was a good gamble, you know, especially for you, Ice, because you had already bought all the hints. And
I had the knowledge.
basically,
It was a
down to
66% chance.
Yeah.
Why would I not
It
go
was
on the
either
9?
silvers and 5 or 9. Yeah, that was all you had.
Why
left
would I
was
not
5
go
or
on the
9.
9?
Yeah.
We can't fault you for that decision. Just unfortunate what wound up happening. By the way, would you have felt bad if you were unable to obtain the magical sword and it was going to be wood sword versus white sword making the difference?
No.
Ooh.
I was blood red after seeing both of those items not being silver, and I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna poke. I'm poking now.
F this. I'm out of here.
I hadn't found 5, 7, or 8 when I got the second item in 9, and I had so much overworld to do still.
Mm-hmm. Oh, how early were you in 9?
I don't know. Let's see.
I believe it was about 30. I know I looked at my own thing one time because I was thinking like this could actually be like one of the fastest seeds of the tournament, and it was 39 minutes while you were digging 9 Crusher, and I think you had actually already been in there for a few minutes.
Yeah, probably a couple of minutes difference-ish.
Yeah, the death in 2 for me felt really bad because like I left and then I went to 1 and found ladder red ring and I was like, oh, I am doomed. I was like,
I didn't get those very early. Unfortunately,
you guys
blocked in there.
You guys were like step for step in like 2. You guys were both in 2 at the same times, and then you both ended up in 1 at the same time. Yeah,
you got 2 too. That
you
felt
both
really
were.
bad.
Did you poke your head in a 6, sis?
Yeah, I did a lot of 6. Yeah.
Well, so I poked my head in a 6, like without a weapon, and I saw the wand on the floor.
Yeah, me too.
Like,
me too. Yeah.
So the moment I grabbed that ladder, I went straight to 6. And
me too.
Like, give me.
Yeah, and the try wasn't that far up from it either, so that was good.
Oh, I cleared like 85% of 6. I didn't go north. I decided to spare the big dogger for a while.
I do want to ask this question, Iceblue.
Yeah,
I do want to ask this question. How great would it feel if we can get Zelda 1 Randomizer into SGDQ and you can have a finish like that on stage?
I mean, I would need a bucket next to me for, you know, all the sweat. Oh, no, that would be amazing, honestly.
So, Ice, I don't know if you have the chat pulled up for Speed Gaming 2, but Bogey just posted the 2 Gibdo bops cost you 0.517 seconds and 0.683 seconds for a grand total of 1.2 seconds. So the Gibdo bops did not, in fact, cost you the race.
I mean, it would have been a tie.
That makes you, that makes you feel any better.
I think if Crusher is okay with this, I say we pull and allow that to be the tie, and Crusher and I do another 3 races.
Jeez, oh man.
I mean, I would say yes to that, except for I think we do need to get this race settled at some point in time, because how many ties are you all going to pull on this bracket?
That's for me and Crusher to know, and for y'all to find out.
And for just Andy and Fred, who the winner of this pairing faces in the next round, to sit back and wait for.
Look, the plan was to do game 3 if we get to that point, probably Thursday, Friday. So like, we could technically do a back-to-back Thursday, Friday. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm saying. Like, you don't get spicy games like this like very often. So like, I've gotta milk the crowd here.
Bogey says, I say you both lose, and Tom J and I join in a one-off 4-way race.
Look, Bogey, at least you didn't forget the bow and the coast, okay?
All right, let's go ahead and start moving on. Give you two a few minutes break here so that you can cool down after this, get ready for race number 2. And thank you for giving us one of the most exhilarating races of the tournament.
Yep, I'll be back shortly. Just gonna use the bathroom and then get a drink.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same.
All right.
Yeah.
How about that with both of our runners? Twitch.tv/Iceblue, Twitch.tv/Syscrusher, Dem Gaming. What a finish!
Yeah, like I said, I've never been a part of a commentating of a race that close. I've always wanted to be, and so now I can mark that one off the bucket list tonight.
All right, let's hand things over. It's going to be Fury SK and Tracy M on the call for race number 2, so stick around. In about 5 minutes, we'll get this next race going here on Speed Gaming. For the rest of the crew, Dem Gaming, I'll let you say the final word. I'm Adirondack Rick.
All right. Yep, thank you guys for joining us tonight. As Rick said, don't go anywhere. The next race is starting as soon as we give our runners a short refreshment break and get everything reset. Thank you to our tracker tonight, Crump. I was thinking she might be tracking the next race as well, but it looks like we have Malkier on tap to track the next race. So yeah, we will hand it over to Fury SK, Tracy M, and Malkier. Thank you to Speed Gaming for giving us use of their channels to bring you guys this great content. And stick around for the next race and enjoy the rest of your evening. Until then, we will catch you guys later.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm not sure how we're going to top that one, Fury, but we'll do our best. How you doing tonight?
Oh, we're doing great. Our 5-frame race from earlier in the tournament still stands as the fastest, so they'll have to try again.
I mean, if it's anything like the last race, I mean, you never know. It could happen again. That was an absolutely incredible finish. Yeah, we had to wait, get the frame count. Shout outs to Bogey for doing that for us. And you can see Ice still hasn't forgiven those Gibdos, but I don't blame them. Gibdos do stink.
I mean, to be fair, on the frame count, it sounds like it was not even the 2 bops there. I think it has more to do with the timer that Iceblue employs, having the vanilla lead-in time. Made it look incredibly close. That's why there's a couple of questions out there as to the difference in times on the top of the screen. But Thankfully, Bogey was there to take care of things in a hurry. So game 2 it is, and we'll see if it's again just as close. They should be underway within seconds now.
Yeah, and of course there are a bunch of little things, Ice taking a different path, and you know, not grabbing that white sword that might have saved them time in other places. Crusher, funny enough, if Crusher tries for that magic sword and doesn't get it, that would have made a difference. Like in a race, like when it's that close, like every little thing matters. So it's hard to really get upset at one thing when it's just all the things.
Yeah, I think, like, again, you could also say, what if Iceblue picks up the white sword but doesn't go to magical sword? Does that save enough time?
Yeah,
I mean,
there
you
you
could
go.
literally go back minutes, almost hours before that incident and find little things. So at the end of the day, you just gotta live with the fact that it didn't quite work out in game 1, and Iceblue may come back in game 2 and take it to the third one.
Well, we got a 39 rupee mid-secret to start off, which is really nice. Also, one of the longest texts in the game that we could possibly get. So we're going to be waiting through a lot of these texts unless we find the book. 68 rupee candle. So that's 2 mid-secrets if we can get them. Actually, it's more, 2 mid-secrets and we'll cover more than that. So, yeah, get a couple mid-secrets. We can buy a candle.
Oh, we got the early power bracelet, so we won't have to go searching for that. It is not quite at its vanilla location, but it's the vanilla setup.
I mean, that is a classic randomizer thing. How many times has the item that was the key in the previous seed that you played just shown up immediately in the next seed? Happens to me all the time. Way more often than it should. First take any for Crusher. I do find this route divergence very interesting. Iceblue prioritizing the northeast, probably going to hit those Armos locations in the forest, and Crusher doing the Death Armos right away. And gets a sword.
Yep, this could be a significant sword, or it could be insignificant, depending on how long it takes Iceblue to get back, and really more about how long they dig in dungeons without a weapon and kind of look around, and if that turns up any sort of goodies.
Well, Crusher can't say he doesn't see the magical sword this time. There it is at the Death Armos. Now, if Crusher goes to this desert cave, is going to find the other mid-secret and could immediately go back to get the candle. I mean, I think that's what I would do. We'll see if Crusher... No, he's going to keep going.
These indie roads are just okay. 2 right next to each other, 2 a little bit more spread out. I guess it'll help Iceblue get from where they are now down to the southwest to maybe check the Deadwoods open cave and eventually the Sword Caves once they finish up this little route here.
There's the power bracelet for Crusher. Take any heart for Iceblue. $18 rupee bombs is not bad.
Looks like that will push Iceblue down to the south coast. Maybe they are planning on bombing here. If it's nothing, retrying back and using bombs elsewhere.
Alright, I think Crusher was doing I'm going to keep going until I get a door repair. And up out of the door repair. Because we got plenty of time with that message. And it's going to go buy that candle right now. Especially when you've already got the sword, it makes sense to go ahead and get that candle. Crusher's gonna get bombs at some point from the, we got, looks like it was a 2 HP Red Gorilla's. Red Gorilla's the worst enemy to have on the overworld, in my opinion. Those boomerangs will just come out of nowhere and grab you. There's the candle purchase. Get to see the HUD clip from Iceblue, always like to see that. Crusher scoring on some money there on on the Gamble game. There's a hint shop really far away from our start spot and a raft on the coast.
Yeah, 85 rupees, so it's not super pricey. The Gamble game is not super far away from start, so it might be something we can revisit, but the positive value being in the 20s not so good. There's a level 1, so that might be the first dig, depending on how many key doors we hit.
Yeah, this is the start power bracelet spot. So Crusher can get all these key doors open by these two with a Kanana, and then the one at... Okay, well, we're gonna... Yeah, there we go. There we go. And then the one at start with the pirouette, and we see Wizrobes, because of course.
Yeah, we'll save the right door for when those respawn. We get more blue Wizrobes here.
God.
This may be a very quick level 1, depending on what the third door provides.
Yeah, we're gonna do another Kanana key, and the nice thing here is actually what Crusher could do is once he gets this door open, he can go ahead and up-A out of this room, and it'll also open up the door at the bottom, so he doesn't have to actually do the full pirouette. Not quite fast enough on that one though.
Yeah, I'd be tempted to just go in full pirouette anyways, just to get in the bottom door.
There's a good chance he can go. Yeah, there's a good chance he's going to be able to just go up from that room to the other room anyway. And level 6 in the northeast there. Yep. Right, chat asking what a Kanana key is. It is a trick, I don't know if it was discovered or popularized by a runner named Kananaphone, where what happens is when a shutter door opens or a bomb hole opens, can be done like that with the bomb hole as well. The game gets confused and thinks all the doors are open, and you get a small window of opportunity where you can go ahead and go through a key door. And once you go through that key door, if you come back through the other side, that door will remain open.
Wow, this Wizrobe managed to somehow get itself stuck on this moat. That's a pretty good stroke of luck there for Syscrusher.
Yeah, I think the plan was to kill the Pole's voice and try and reset the room and see if the Wizrobe would disappear. But now you don't have to worry about that. We'll just as chat putting it, the surfing Wizrobe. Unfortunately for Crusher, no bombs for the Manhandler though.
Yeah, it must have diagonal warped onto there.
Okay, Iceblue is in the right area to get that sword. Sees the 68 rupee candle. Gonna get nearly half of the money for that candle. I just needs a little bit more. Another mid-secret would do it. Feels like a lot of indecision on Crusher's side. Just really wants bombs, I think.
Yeah, it keeps resetting the console to get back to the 0 count, so I think that's what the play is going to be.
Ooh, 130 for our large secret. Might buy arrows? Yeah, we're gonna buy arrows. I like it. There's the sword for ice. Not that late at 820, but when your opponent gets it, a couple minutes in, not ideal. Ice, of course, doesn't know that, but it'd definitely be on my mind.
To be fair, though, Syscrusher really hasn't made much of that sword advantage.
No, really hasn't.
Not gotten a lot of overworld checks, whereas Iceblue has, and while he's found the dungeon that you would ideally want to find early, it's been filled with Wizrobes and things that need bombs to kill easily.
There's the Any Roads for Crusher. If these Guria will give Crusher a bomb. Crusher hasn't had a bomb yet, I don't think. And still doesn't have a bomb. My God.
Yes, level 4 with the plus HP keys is at Vanilla 1. So that is another small dungeon. I think Iceblue will stay in here, so we'll forgo finding level 1 for a little bit longer.
No bombs, though, so is he either going to have to spend a key or leave for bombs to kill those Dodongos? Yeah, and this early, I think trying to get bombs for the Dodongos rather than spending a key makes sense. You have bomb droppers right outside. Very dangerous bomb droppers, but if you can get them kind of stunned like that, they won't shoot you, unlike the Gurias that will shoot you anytime they so please.
Yeah, I think he's on the 5, so need just one more. But yeah, Iceblue trying their luck inside of level 4 through the key door, and they get told you need bombs still.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. So both our runners having bomb issues right now. Although at least Ice has had bombs and has bomb stuff. Although that might have just been the one bomb purchase. I don't know if they've gotten an actual bomb drop.
Yep, still 0 for the world and globals, I'm pretty sure.
There's some blue Octoroks. Going down to 1 sword swipe, which is nice. And still no bombs for Crusher. Oh, there we go. We can buy some.
Yeah, buy a full complement, save immediately. Might actually just check Candle Row, but I think a save is incoming.
Meanwhile, Iceblue at the Forgotten Spot finds level 2. This room is suspicious of a segment. We'll see if that's what happens here.
I was wondering how long Syscrusher would make it with the half heart, and that Lionel screen coupled with Vanilla 1's Lionel screen, I kind of figured that was where the end would be, and true enough, that's where it was. Syscrusher probably going to go bomb checks before 1 still, but these did not pay off, as I recall. Maybe 1 has a medium secret. I think the last one in line.
Yeah, you might see him reset out of this for his bombs. Right now, the bombs are more valuable than that medium secret, having already bought the candle and the arrows.
Iceblue 5, where there's Pull's voice in the tea room, where it spawns in the middle, so despite the fact that they have access to that point, it's not worth the time investment. This
And
will
Blue
be the
Dark
map room.
Not the room you want to be the map room.
Clear this room, probably to see that the push block is involved. It's usually how my luck goes, at least.
Oh, for sure. I'm gonna try it, though. As they should.
Hey,
oh, nicely done. Yeah, there's just enough time on those push blocks sometimes you can do that. Very nicely done by Iceblue.
Yeah, it's an easier setup if you actually have the candle, but without the candle you have very limited frame ability to make that play work.
And we're leaving level 5. Let's see. Yeah, it's got 3 bombs, so I think this is we're just gonna come back to level 5. At some point, our runners are gonna have to dig a dungeon, but so far we've had Dark Nuts in 5, we've had Wizrobes in 1. I think we're bomb blocked and or key blocked out of 2. Yeah, our dungeons aren't being kind. The quarter block.
Yeah, they're not being kind. I also think that Syscrusher at some point has to make the play back into 1, just because you have the main handle to be able to go right. I don't remember if that was even I don't think there's a standing item in there even. I think the only item that we found in there was the key to the north of the Manhandla.
Yes.
As far as things that we can count in our inventory.
There's 6 for Crusher. So we've seen a Darknet dungeon, a Wizrobe dungeon, which means the Moblins are somewhere. And which either in a third enemy set or possibly paired with one of these others. Which means there is at least 2 dungeons that are going to be relatively easy to go through. It's not going to be level 6. We got Dark Nuts and an immediate Gleeok in level 6.
Yep, and key doors on both sides. I mean, that won't be a push anyways, because it's Gleeok and that prohibits it, but yeah, just tell him, Syscrusher, you have 1 key, don't spend it here, is what that dungeon told him.
Yeah. He hasn't done this northeast corner yet, so he's gonna, or hasn't done the bomb spots in this northeast corner yet, so he's gonna go ahead and clear those now. Iceblue, having finally gotten a candle, is gonna do the Deadwoods area, which I'm not sure Crusher's gotten to yet. Funny thing about the candle in the Deadwoods is only 2 trees that are guaranteed to open in a mixed quest overworld. So it's not as lucrative as it feels like.
Yeah, one of them in this case is the Any Road.
Yeah, you can see Crusher hesitating as he picked up that 7 rupees. Really doesn't want to have the large secret there. Won't mind picking up the heart here, though. That will guarantee the white sword item when it just decides to show up.
And the downside to Deadwoods, even more so in mixed first, is there's a potential for 2 immediate recorder spots there, and
Yeah.
a third one that's essentially the grave spot, but I kind of feel like it's routable along with Deadwoods. Alright, here goes Syscrusher, maybe Deadwoods, or maybe down to 1, looks like Deadwoods direction, and these bomb spots perhaps, if we haven't checked it yet.
Iceblue is finally going to get decent money. Going to see that large secret 1 screen up from here. Sees the arrows. I guess it must be this screen here that had the large secret. Must have had them mixed up. See if Ice decides to buy those arrows. No, not yet.
Yeah, might just be running back to the bomb shop. Still hasn't really seen much in the way of globals. Gonna have to force one.
Crusher gonna buy a potion. With this much money, buying the potion early makes a lot of sense. I know Iceblue won't even pick up the letter generally, so won't be seeing potion buys from Ice. We'll probably pick up a Take Any potion at some point. There it is. Says no. I personally think the letter is an underrated item. You can make up for a lot of without a ring to help you with potions. Iceblue generally isn't going to need a potion, but you never know. When the game will just, it can save you in deep in dungeons. Iceblue doing the same Kanana keying, I suspect, as Crusher did. We'll probably get this key door as well.
This is going to be our map room? Nope, just the Triforce room.
Okay. And more key doors.
Yeah, but you can bomb from the room above, so
yes.
we can skip this one at least. I'm not sure I'm interested even remotely killing this room, given the Pole's voice will be the dominant enemy always, but Iceblue's going to give it a shot. We'll see if they can get it down or if the bubbles eventually cause too much havoc.
Yeah, with the bubbles in the way, trying to get the Pole's voice down is really, it just makes that so much harder. If we had a wand, and obviously we had a bow, you just do it. A wand even, because you'd be able to keep that wand, would make it a lot easier. But with just the wood sword, yeah.
Syscrusher's still trying to farm bombs on the overworld. Still gets noped.
Surely if I take the time on the Lionels, they'll do it.
Yep, now Iceblue's going to discover the fun that's level 1. Wizrobes in this room shutter, and the room above was not sure there's a doorway up there, too.
Yeah,
and
I
it's
didn't
not
catch
that
that.
many Wizrobes.
Yeah, I didn't catch that when Crusher was in here earlier. I would just go through that room and not bother killing the Wizrobes. This room, of course, can both drop or push. I think Ice is going to go ahead and try and clear it. With 8 bombs, it's not too bad, and 3 Wizrobes. But I'm of the opinion you do this room when the game tells you you have to do this room, even more so with the one to the left.
Yeah, most of the time I would agree. This, in level 1, it likes to definitely drop more often, though, because it has that bottom right wall spot that's not the corner. It's where the key is with the, that spot.
Yep. Alright, Crusher's going to go back into level 1 as well. And now we have more Pole's voice, another key door, more 2 HP keys.
Yeah, this room is much more friendly to kill, though. You don't have nearly as much moat blocking you. And it looks like Pole's voice did actually roll down a little bit, from what I saw there. Oh, that's the silvers.
Well, I guess Ice is going to be happy they didn't spend money on the wooden arrows.
Yeah, so that's also not going to be a problem in Game 2. Silver's already in inventory. So now it's going to come down to the ladder, probably a maybe recorder, and a bow.
And keys. Oh, do we... Okay, we have sword beams, so we can still kill that Pole's voice. Crusher was waiting, trying to wait long enough for the Pole's voice to be in a place where he could still sword him down. So Iceblue first on the board with the Triforce. Crusher is going to be shortly there behind. If he just continues along this path, he's going to be able to pick up both those silvers and the any key.
Yeah, the only miss would, this would be the only room that maybe I would have seen him missing is the heart container, but looks like Syscrusher's also going to take care of it. So it's 9 HP, it looks like. Yeah. So won't be able to Canana Key here, but that's not going to be super relevant. As long as Syscrusher clears this room, it'll be all good.
Yeah, and this deep in the dungeon, you're going to want to use that. I don't like to... I'll use the key this deep in the dungeon. He is going to do that first. Could keep him in this dungeon a little while longer, but he's going to get the any key, so now doesn't have to worry about keys.
Oops. Interesting they skipped that room, but not the Inishi room. Perhaps it's going to go straight back, or perhaps it's going to, as you said, nearly full clear.
Well, we get the map, so we'll see how much a full clear is going to cost. Not too many more rooms. This is not the... Like, you'd think with keys, you know, compared to Wizrobes, but when they're 2 HP and you're stuck with just a wood sword, this is not an easy room. And it's going to lose those sword beams for when he does go back to the Pole's voice room. It's a little unfortunate there. Ice, meanwhile, back in level 4 is taking care of these blanking out. But does do a good job of it. The blue landmos. And we do see that 4 is segmented.
Yeah, Syscrusher's going to be left with several annoying rooms. We'll see which one of the annoying rooms is cleared first. This is the easiest one to clear without the bubbles, but going to take a good amount of time, probably a good 45 seconds.
Yeah, this is going to cost him a lot more time than Ice did.
Should get our staircase view here if we hadn't already. The room before was the segment one. Oh, never mind. The plus HP keys, the Iceblue favorite.
Yeah, I always say about Pole's voice, they're not difficult enemies, but you have to be very patient with them. And the unfortunate thing for Crusher, since he has the any key, it's not like he's going to gain by picking up all these, any extra keys here. So the extra clearing is just going to be a time sink. Does get a bomb drop though. There's got to be a welcome sight.
Iceblue gonna make it through the keys this time. It appears. What will we get?
A heart. Crusher finds out that's not the right answer either. I think at this point he knows it's either got to be that reverse C or the diagonal block blue wizard room, and you're definitely going to clear the reverse C before you're going to go back to that wizard room. I don't know if that was either 6 or 8. Either way, it was a lot.
6, but annoying enough.
All right, Crusher gets the silvers. Unfortunately, losing a bunch of time compared to Ice in this level 1. We'll need to make that time up somewhere else. Iceblue, meanwhile, gets the Triforce out of 4. And is going to go back in looking for the item.
Yep. Time to see if Syscrusher heads up towards where the Lionels were and makes it into 4, or if he's got another idea.
We're going to go to the segment. And yeah, Crusher's going to go ahead and join Ice in this level 4.
More Landmola.
And all blue. And a quad BMOS.
Yeah, it has more than enough health to survive the door shot, so you're just going to camp it out here. Oh boy.
We're just infested in this one. Good block clip for Ice. We'll have to wait there though.
Yep. So far this seed's a little bit more challenging, but We'll see if it stays that way. White Sword will slow that. It'll speed up the runners and put a halt to a little bit of the siege shenanigans with how combat intensive it's been.
It feels like we're almost going backwards. I mean, it's not quite, because like we found the power bracelet first, not the silver arrows first, but those are all items that they got very late in Game 1. The white sword, the silver arrows, the power bracelet. Nice, gonna go back into level 2.
I was gonna say, I feel like we're recorder blocked in this too. So
that was my understanding. Although I don't know if we ever got a map to know for sure.
Yeah, I suppose there's a shot, but I think Iceblue now realized that they were they at least had a potential block and have bailed for 5.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, yeah, maybe AWOL bombs, but I just find it better to just go ahead and assume that it's recorder blocked, and, you know, if it turns out not to be, I'll play Find the Bomb Wall when the game tells me that is the thing I need to do. You can use up a lot of bombs really, really fast in a dungeon like that, if you're trying to get around a dig dogger block or a ladder block or some such thing.
Yeah, Find the Bomb Wall is not fun. I already played that once this tournament, and I don't have to do it again, thankfully. So pretty easy to navigate 5. There's only a couple of potential spots where you could get a little bit blockaded by a moat or something.
And unfortunately for Crusher, he's not having any quicker a level 4 than Ice had, so not going to make up any time here. Probably going to go ahead and grab this Triforce and go back in for the segment.
Another single push block with a dig dogger. So this could be a staircase that's meant for transport, which the odds went down a little bit on that bomb wall, but could also be an item staircase blocked, or could just be a complete bait.
What do we got? +5 on the Bomba. 107 for +5. I'll take that every time.
Another stair. If this is transport stair, I'd almost be inclined to just take it and see the other side of it to see if it's underneath the dig dogger.
Yeah, I could see doing that. It's a shame Crusher lost those sword beams for this landmo room.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be the patient approach, but I think we'll have the patience to do it.
And of course, we have more Pole's Voice in level 5 with the Dark Nuts, so that means our Pole's Voice, our common enemy, going to be in 2 different sets. And not in the sets you would want them to be. But once we get a bow, it won't be so bad. I do like these, even without the ladder, these water rooms where you can kind of hide underneath and shoot up and get also gain the darkness as they round corners. There's a book on the floor in 5. Does make it a little easier to deal with them. Crusher going to do the same block clip for these blue landmos.
So this presents an interesting conundrum for Iceblue. Do they rush it back to the hint shop they know, or do they decide to continue onwards?
I mean, the earlier you get the hints, obviously, the more useful they're going to be, but you've got 10 bombs right now in your inventory. So I could see you staying around just to do as much as you can and do the hints on the next up A. There's the sword for Crusher.
Yeah, what's interesting is I believe the room below is technically an old man that gave us a community hint because we didn't have the book at that point. Crusher maybe thinks that he doesn't have to try, or there's a bomb farm right off the bat. Never mind. A potential bomb farm right off the bat.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna get our bombs.
Well,
I'll
almost.
get some bombs.
Got-
Okay, we're up to 7. It's fine. And of course, we still haven't found level 9. We don't know exactly what we need to do. So for instance, if it's not an 8 Triforce seed, we still might not need that recorder to do level 2. We just skip it.
Yeah, it also doesn't feel great to skip that dungeon though.
No, it's you know, the smaller dungeons, that's the ones you want to do. And it's also it's a Moblin dungeon, so you know, no Wizrobes, no Dark Nuts. This is Crusher's first time in here though, so it doesn't have the news of the recorder block. There's level 8 for Ice. 2 items, really far away from start. Yeah, I could see going ahead and doing this right now. Immediate compass that shows that how big 8 can be. And I think Crusher sees the Dig Dogger, doesn't want to find the bomb hole any more than Ice did, and is going to leave this level 2.
Definitely starting to get up there on dungeons that we know of. The one that's kind of pressing, though. Oh. Well, there's a hint that potentially says where it might be, but there's a couple left.
We might need a raft.
That motoring troll.
With it being the red candle, yeah, that could even be level 9, so we might need that raft, or, you know, if it's a 5 Triforce seed, and that's not level 9, then we can skip it, because we don't need a red candle.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, it could be the white sword. Yeah, it could be the white sword item. That's also possible.
That's our tracker pointing out the other alternative trolley things that it could be. I feel like it's gonna be like white sword ladder somewhere that we haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
And both runners are gonna absolutely feel behind when they get it.
Blue Landmos, when you're on the left door, much more difficult. Iceblue doing a nice job of getting one of them down. It's going to go ahead and use a trick where you leave and come back, and they'll both be dead. And we don't have a bow yet, so unless Ice can bomb out of this room, it's going to have to up A back to start. Dungeon might just be bow blocked. And in fact, Ice is going to assume it is, and leave. Alright, where does Ice go next? Level 6? It's the one dungeon we do know about that we haven't done a whole lot in.
You know, the other thing that would be really silly is if that hint in level 5 that we just saw again ends up being like Goma Creeps with Ladder or something. Or the hint shop. And there's a couple of different places where it could happen. The hint shop is not far from Iceblue. I think it was at the coast open cave.
Yeah, and checking those those spots on the way. No, I'm gonna go into level 6. I think I would have, yeah, I kind of like the idea of buying hints first. Crusher, gonna buy these? Yep, gonna buy these. Gonna get the +5.
Not gonna have a ton of money left, but still a decent chunk. Enough to buy all the hints still.
I want to say those hints were cheap enough that you're still gonna be able to afford them when you get to that book.
Yeah, 85 I believe was the price point. At least for the one.
Funny, one of the nicest things about this white sword is that the keys go down to 1 shot now. And the classic any key, quick turnaround for the key, and then wait, no, I don't need that. Always love that. We all do it. Crusher's gonna get this book shortly. Ice now knows what the Triforce is in level 6, but does want to at least try to find the item. Not going to be in that room, and probably I do that sometimes where you start to clear a room that could have a push block, and then you realize about halfway through that it indeed does not have a possibility of opening up because there's a shutter door.
Alright, so there's the book. Now, just a question of whether or not Syscrusher will check any of the places where information can be gained.
Yeah, the one spot right below the Triforce is really, really close. Nope, not gonna go get that.
I'm gonna have to play this just to see what that is. It's gonna bug me.
With 12 bombs, I imagine Crusher's going to go ahead and finish out the Death Mountain area. So we'll at least see where level 8 is. Whether that's good or not will depend on whether there's anything in that level 8 that he has to go back for, and whether or not we need all 8 Triforces. But now that we see this map to level 6, not the biggest fix ever.
Nope, only one staircase left. Gonna have to clear this room though. This is definitely a drop room.
Yep. Apparently, level 7 is up on Death Mountain too. Must be in either that transition area or in the eastern part of Death Mountain, or possibly blocked. We're gonna get hints for Crusher though. Okay,
Thanks.
we knew that.
Okay,
that's good information. We don't have to care about level 2 other than maybe the Triforce. Okay, so we now know that the any key is in 1, which we knew. I forget which boomerang, but there's a boomerang in level 2 that we don't care about. And play a melody for the other one of the other boomerangs.
Yeah, so...
Was it the same boomerang? Because, yeah.
No. Okay. Magic boomerangs in 2, it's the flute, so it's likely a... Well, also we've gotten most of the flute spots checked, so maybe there's one on Death Mountain East that we haven't... Well, we don't actually...
We don't have any
for sorry, this is simply from Game 1. Yeah. So... Oh, that's really... So there's dig doggers in just about every enemy or every dungeon set that we've seen. There's at least 2 sets out of 3, I think, now that we've seen them in. So I guess it could be flute spots, but it could also just be dig dogger. But it's not the dig dogger in 2.
So Crusher might happen upon level 7 fairly shortly.
Well, I'll say this much: 6 at some point just has to have at least the flute or the ladder or the raft. I mean, it's got to be one of the three. And I would lean towards it not being the raft because I feel like that doesn't make for a sequence. Oh, it's going to be a floor item too.
Well, we know. Well, yeah, because even though we know there's a dungeon under the raft, it's just got a red candle, so that's at the end of the chain would be there.
Yeah. Oh, and Coast Island is also the raft, so that.
Oh,
that
yeah.
does make sense.
I mean,
on that one. There's the recorder at the White Sword item.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Death Mountain East. So there is part of the equation.
Also, why we have trackers. Thank you, Malkier.
So with 7 in Death Mountain, would 7 potentially just be here with the boomerang?
Maybe. And it's going to open.
Not
Nope,
quite this
just
time.
mini.
So level 7 has gained in prio for me off of that.
So 7's got to be one of these transition spots. Double heart 6. That's not what Iceblue wanted. There's 7.
Yep. And this, in a lot of ways, just has to be part of the answer now.
Yeah, I think so.
And it's small enough to where you're now certainly going to dig it. It's not like a super size small. It's just compressed enough where it's easy to dig, potentially.
And we got a hint for level 4, but we've already done level 4. There's the Triforce out of level 6 for ice. It's funny because in game 1, it was Iceblue that ended up getting all the hints very quickly after getting the book. Has not gone back to that hint shop. And this time, Crusher is the one that got the hints. Crusher, I don't think he saw the hints in game 1 until he'd already bought arrows and had no money to actually buy any hints, so...
Yeah, he got to the book late, I want to say, and then got to any key late as well.
And Iceblue buying a blue ring. I don't mind the purchase, but buy your hints first?
There is the Moblin set, finally.
And is this a transport or an item or a heart? It is a transport, because of course it's a transport. And there's the potion pickup from a Take Any from Iceblue.
Other side of the transport hype?
I thought Ice had gotten to that hint shop earlier. Oh, there's the ladder in level 7 for Crusher.
Okay, that's really, really interesting. And the reason why I say that's really interesting is because the ladder is technically bow blocked, so you have to be able to get the bow before the ladder.
Yep.
So the bow is potentially at 8 and there's a workaround?
It's not too... Well, I mean, unless 3 is somewhere we haven't gotten to. I mean, that recorder could open up 3. But then if 3 is recorder blocked, it would be favored, though not guaranteed, to have that boomerang.
Yeah, so I feel like there's going to be a recorder block dungeon that's going to be the bow, and then there's going to be a dig dogger in 9 with a red candle underneath. Or no, well, it's going to have a boomerang under it, and the red candle's the other item there.
Yeah.
It's kind of the way it feels.
The other possibility, I suppose, is, no, double raft does not get us a bow. Because the raft is behind the ladder, which is behind the bow. Here's the Triforce for Crusher out of 7, and he's gonna leave. He is done with level 7.
Very easy to navigate level 7 as well.
Yeah.
Your worst enemy is the one Iceblue is currently facing. Yeah, because just thinking about it, we know what the item in 2 is, because we're given that outright. We know that 6 has double heart, so your answer is either 8 or 3 for the bow, and wherever 3 is or level 8 has to have the access that's not ladder blocked or bow blocked. I'm going to go out on a limb and just suggest that level 8 probably is not as blocked as we surmised early.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a bomb spot we could check or something that we didn't, or something along those lines.
And Crusher with the ladder may be able to get around whatever bomb spot Iceblue couldn't find. Although there was a Goma blocking some progression as well in there. And there's our bait block that we now know we don't have to... Well, at least Iceblue knows. I don't think Crusher got to that bait block, so doesn't know for sure that he doesn't need bait.
Now, once we're done up here, I wonder if Syscrusher is going to grab the raft and check what dungeon that is.
That'd be my priority. Because if it's 9, I want to know. If it's 3, you just do it for the Triforce. If you know, it'll be the red candle.
Yep. And then that would guarantee your Dig Dogger in 9 for that scenario. I would think. I guess it doesn't matter yet. We could still be Fluke Block. Oh, we're going to find out soon enough, so I'm not going to think about it too much more logically. We're just going to figure out what the seed decides it wants us to do.
Nice thing for Crusher with that recorder, level 5 is not that far from here. So if he does decide to bail on this level 8, it doesn't have it has a pretty quick path to get back here. There's a ladder, right?
So that bomb wall doesn't open. We're going to burn the key here for sure, but I wonder, do we check the bomb wall on the left? We must have. Maybe we didn't. Well, I know what we're leaving behind here. It's an easy one.
Always nice to have that any key in the... Especially when it's 4 keys. I'll occasionally pay a 2-key mugger, but 4, you gotta have a lot of keys. Or the any key before you're doing that.
Yeah, I made the argument that maybe we should reduce it to just 2 or 3 keys and never 4 or 5. The 5 disappeared. Fred decided that was... Fred decided that was truly too far gone. I have seen runners pay 4 keys. There's a
wand in 8. That's a nice combat upgrade. Iceblue up in East Death Mountain is going to get the recorder soon, so that's good.
Yeah, the wand on the floor is nice because it now just makes it to where you can clear for staircases for your items, at least. We could look for the Triforce as well, but I think that's probably still secondary.
I still don't know how many Triforces we need. You know, it's really interesting because the higher Triforce number right now would favor Iceblue having already dug level 6. Crusher might never go back in there, though, if it's like a 5 tri-seed.
Well, they may have been begging for a not 5 Triforce seed, but even if this one is, it still forces you to do a lot before you can even get in there. So it's not going to be the reason why it got jetty.
There's a push block. And the bow. So, yeah, not bow blocked at all.
Yeah, so that means there definitely was a bomb wall. We don't know where yet, but it definitely existed.
Yep. Oh, there's the other hint shop. Iceblue with 8 rupees to their name, so not gonna buy any.
Yeah, we're gonna find out what this raft's about really quick. I think this is a good play.
Yeah, I like it. My guess is this will be the next thing Syscrusher does once they get out of this level 8.
Yeah, we're going to Vanilla 4. Maybe not immediately, but that seems to be where the dungeon's going to be. That's raft blocked.
This could be the heart container here, but I don't think Crusher cares about that right now. Just wants to find this Triforce and get out.
It's 5.
Oh my god. So if Crusher gets out of here with the Triforce, it's just going to be able to go into that level 9. Ice needs to find the bow. And has the choices of either looking for level 3 or going back into 8. Now, the good news for Ice is if they go back into 8, they don't have to get the Triforce. They'll just be able to get the bow and get out. So he's going to be able to have a faster 8 than Crusher is. But looks like they're going to go for the recorder spots. They didn't get the hint that says, oh no, not even, we're going to do level 2. Get the 5th Triforce and then... Yeah, I'm not a fan of this. Like...
Well,
oh, good.
To be
No.
fair,
Ice doesn't have the hint. This is exactly what you do without the hint.
Yeah, I was going to say, to be fair, this is information that Iceblue decided not to go get because they bought the blue ring before getting the hints.
Yeah.
They didn't have the hint shop for the under the recorder spot, but they definitely had the location of the other hint shop, which would have helped them out here.
Yeah, we're probably never going to see that hint shop that's under the recorder spot. Crusher doesn't need anything else other than 8 Triforce.
Yeah, Crusher doesn't know where 9 is yet, though, so it's also still small, not entirely trivial thing. It's going to take a few checks to find it, for sure.
There's the Triforce for Crusher. I imagine this will be I mean, he's done everything in Death Mountain, so going back to start and going straight for the raft spots to see if that red candle is indeed in one of those spots.
Yeah, well, the red candle is in level 3, and that's at Vanilla 4.
Oh.
Because it's Sail Across, and we know 9 is not Sail Across, and that's the only information we're missing.
I guess I missed for level 9, but I thought it was the raft spot.
I thought it was over by, I thought it was like desert area. So I think he was over. Iceblue is over there.
I mean, that is the priority then for Crusher. Looks like I imagine he will buy these hints then. Find a level 9. At 5 Triforces, you have everything else. I don't think he even touches another dungeon until he finds level 9. Chat's saying level 2 recorder spot. Yeah. I do think we may see these hints.
Well, we see one. I don't know if it's going to help you that much.
You need a play a melody for a thing. Or
Thanks, game.
Okay. The latter.
I mean, there's only like 2 hints left, or 2 items left that Syscrusher doesn't understand the location of.
Okay,
there's the manhandle.
Okay, that takes away the raft spots for Crusher. Although he might do this one anyway.
Yeah, you might just pick it up because again, don't know the Triforce to enter 9 just yet.
Yeah, you pick up the raft just in case you need 8 Triforces. Iceblue going to level 8.
And this is not as over as they are claiming in chat
no.
just a bit ago. This is This comes down to how quickly Iceblue can find their bow in here. So it just depends. And also, Syscrusher is nowhere near level 9 yet. I feel like Syscrusher is going to be Deadwoods potentially, or yeah, Deadwoods first.
Yeah, it's kind of a. I hope he doesn't decide to dig level 3 in case it's a 6 try seed. He's gonna check to see the 3 is here.
I don't know why we would. Yeah. Iceblue, I think, is close to on their way. We're at Slamood now.
Yeah, once you get Slamood like that, just get out.
I think it's north here, and I think we're like another room or two away from the room we need to be. I think there's like a... yeah, that Lambo actually just ruined Iceblue's ability to get to it. I think it's one room away from that room.
We're going to do the desert spots. From the desert spots, I imagine maybe go back towards level 2? Vanilla level 2 / 2Q3?
Yeah, I'm done guessing.
Well, get some money. You now have all the silver arrows we could possibly want to fire.
I have a good chance that that's the progression we're making and such, but you just never know if there's a chance you get recorded in that last desert screen.
Yeah.
I think what's going to give a huge time advantage is that land mole that raid boss Iceblue.
And here we go. So we'll see what kind of level 9 we have here. If it's a quick level 9, then there really isn't any chance for Ice at this point. But if this is a trolley level 9, this is by no means over. I don't like picking up that bomb. You never know when you're going to need it later. But we do have Gibdos in the dungeons, so... And it is the Moblin set.
Alright, it's only going to be about a 2-minute lead, by the way.
Yeah, this is going to be free. It's still going to be close. A very different situation in level 9 than we had in the last race. This one is just pure who finds Ganon, who finds Zelda first. That death's not going to help Crusher.
Yeah, we're still going to have some excitement here. We're going to get a Fairy Fountain refill, save, and go. And fluting to... let's see. Yeah, that makes sense. 6.
Yeah, the big difference in level 8 for Ice, it did not need to get the Triforce. It doesn't push. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, the red ring is in here. Mathematically now, I think Syscrusher even knows that, so we're checking staircases, hoping it's not the boomerang, and we should know that the boomerang is probably, well, it can be anywhere. I was going to say probably Dig Dogger, but no, we've already got a recorder block 9, so it could be anywhere in here.
There's a roar.
Roar and a shutter.
Oh, yeah, this could be it. Crusher needs to... It does have a potion. So it just needs to make sure it doesn't die. Ice is not going to be far behind, though. If Crusher makes any mistakes. Good stun lock, though.
Yeah, if you hadn't got that stun locks, Iceblue probably wins because Iceblue is basically coming up on the same setup of rooms.
Gonna be almost as close as the last one, but I don't think we're gonna need a frame count on this one. And there it is, Syscrusher winning it, 2 games to nothing with an official race time of 1:04:05. And there's Ganon for Ice.
Can I come in?
Sure. Watch Ice finish this out. And we already got Ice in here finishing it out. GG's to both of
It
you.
looks like you guys
GG's.
are done. GG's, man. That's a really
Ugh.
close one again. Jeez.
Yeah.
That was. I'm not a fan of how I played that seed.
I mean,
I made some commitments. I was like, well, if I'm in this 8, man, I'm just gonna do this 8 now.
I tried to do 8. I couldn't. I didn't have ladder, and I basically was like, I was very late to East Death Mountain, and picking up that recorder there, and then and the ladder in 7, very deep in 7, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my tracker says I picked up the ladder at 51.56.
I got it at 48 even.
Okay, so you weren't too far behind me in that.
I had the recorder before that though, like at 45, and then I found the wand and the bow, and then I was like, boom, that's it. I got those hints. I don't know why I bought those hints. I didn't really need them, but I think it told me that something. Yeah, I don't know. It's like I'm just gonna buy them. I don't remember.
I kept running into death after death after death. Like I died 4 times that seed, but it was like I was deep in like
3.
multiple dungeons, and so I bought a blue ring for the first time this tournament.
I was considering it. If I had the money for it, I would have done it. I'm glad I didn't, though. I was very close. I didn't need. Obviously, you got keys, or I got an any key pretty early, and then silvers. But
yeah,
my
any
kind of
key
nasty too.
My any key was 22 minutes, and my silvers were 21.
Yeah, any key at 23 and silver's at 27 because I was in there for a little bit.
There's not a lot of divergence. I mean, there's like a little bit of level divergence, but item divergence, not so much.
I mean, you were blocked out of everything.
Yeah.
Also, so I think it kind of came down. So Ice, you were a little bit ahead, like a dungeon ahead for a long time, and then you hit level 8 without the ladder. And we now know there has to be some sort of bomb workaround. We have no idea what it was because the ladder was behind the bow and.
Well, that was in 7.
Yeah, but you had to have the ladder to get. You both used the ladder to get through level 8, so there had to be a workaround. The ladder was behind the bow.
That's what I was thinking because I bombed all those walls around and I didn't find anything because I was gonna keep digging.
Mm-hmm.
And I ran into that. I killed those 2 left molas, and then I got locked in by the Goma. I bombed the walls, nothing happened. So I up-8. I tried a different room, nothing happened. So I was like, okay, I'm ladder blocked. So I left.
Mm-hmm. As anyone would.
Yeah, and I was banking. I was like, please level 2. Don't be vanilla magic ring.
Yeah.
And then of course it's like 17 rooms deep in level 2 on the floor, and I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah,
I got the hint for that one.
That.
So I didn't go back into 2.
That, yeah. And then the other thing, Ice, you digging 6 for 2 hearts did not help your cause at all.
No. And especially since I like 95%ed it.
Yeah, that's
we
where the
really
time
thought
is in, because I didn't do 6.
We thought 6 was gonna have something for sure. Given what we had seen, like it just seemed like 6 was going to be an answer to something, and it just wasn't. So at that point, it had to be 7, or 8. Was it either had to be 7 or had to be 8 not blocked? And we still don't know how 8 wasn't blocked, but somehow there had to be
7 and 8 required in a race, and it was 5 Triforce. Like, if
it was 8, I think I was toast because I felt really behind. So
I don't know. I think you both would have just about entered the same time again. Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, Triforce.
I don't know. I had all the levels.
Eight's Triforce would have helped you a lot though, because it was pretty buried.
It was like below that shoot room, the vertical shoot room, kind of.
Yep.
Up and to the right. It's kind of deep. I was like, well, I'm just going to commit because I was kind of like, well, I'm just going to commit. I feel behind. I'm going to pray that it's like 8 tries and I don't want to come back in here. So. Yeah,
I mean, because like the Iceblue would have probably picked up the Triforce too, so they would have had 6 at that point, but would have had to dig 8. I'll be honest, just kind of doing the math in my head. I think Iceblue also may have known about the rest. Yeah, the hint was an 8, so yeah,
Yeah, I got the hint for the
Mm,
raft.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
said sail across the water to get the red
Yep.
candle. So I was like, okay, so
Yeah.
9 is either raft block or it's 3.
yeah. Right. I was
Yeah,
hoping
that's
it was 9 was the raft block spot, but
And 6's try, I want to say, was in a Goma room in 6 fairly early on, so that would
Yeah.
have been terrible.
Yeah, the
to get
Triforce
to.
was like super early in 6. But like you
It
have
was
to
a
like keep
quarter
going
block.
right.
Oh, yeah. I was key blocked out of there early, I think, or I went in there like with nothing, so I left. But
I was determined to do one. I canonically like 6 rooms in that dungeon.
I
There
tried. I
were
did at least
some very
yeah.
nice Kananakeys going on in this one. And yeah, that's part of what put you behind Crusher, is that you
I missed
didn't
that
do
one
that reverse
Kananake.
C for the silvers and cleared the rest
Oh,
of
yeah,
level 1.
I did,
Yeah, you
yeah.
lost a lot of time in level 1.
Yeah, I did.
Whereas
but
Ice, you
it's
just
fine.
did that room and got the silvers. Next room was the Eniki, and you were out. Never even saw the map, I don't think.
No. Oh, I mean, if there was any other way to exit this tournament, I can't ask for a better way. Crusher and I have been we've been pals this entire ever since I joined the community 7.5 years ago, and this is our first time ever getting a chance to actually officially race tournament setting wise.
Crazy. That's so crazy. Well, and that's funny because Crusher in the last round was playing Tom J for the first time in a 1v1. And they've been playing in
The 7-second race too.
Yeah.
That was very
Well,
fast.
I mean, your last round was a 15-second total.
Yeah,
between the two
right.
of you.
So yeah, I knew this was going to be a super close race, and I couldn't have asked for a better tournament, honestly. This gives me more time to, I'm gonna plug this for you, Tracy. This gives me more time to focus on Tracy's battle royale that's starting.
Yeah, that's right.
So if you haven't joined it, do it because it's really cool. It's hidden dungeon numbers.
Yep.
So you're gonna be diving everything, wondering where you are.
Yep.
Hidden
dungeon numbers is fun. That's the name, and it is fun.
First match, 1.7 seconds, and then the second one less than a minute. I can't ask for a better finish.
Yeah, you played well this tournament. In fact, I mean, we've been watching. I watched the TTPs and I've aced a bunch of them. You've been killing it since the TTPs with the
TTPs,
man.
So,
yeah, I mean. Yeah, so you should feel. I feel like you should feel really good about your performance overall.
Oh yeah, no, I played my best. It's just this scene was not my friend by slapping that ladder so deep in the second.
Yeah,
and then the bow somewhere is an 8, and it was not my night for this. But GG's Crusher.
Yeah,
good luck
GG,
against Jess or Fred. I'm rooting for you.
Appreciate it.
Kick some butt, take some names. You've been on a warpath, so
Appreciate it, man. I may join that BR as well. I'm not sure yet.
You absolutely should.
I don't mind hidden dungeon numbers now that we have the capability to track it properly.
All right. So yeah, that is. I mean, I think you've said everything you want to say about the tournament, Ice. But if there's anything else you want to add, now it's time. I'm guessing not.
No. Thanks, guys. Thanks for all the volunteers. As usual.
Fred or Jess, who do you want?
Oh, I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't matter. They're both very good. So. Yeah, bring them, I guess. What is have they started yet?
No, they
any
haven't
of them? Okay.
I'm not even sure it's on the schedule.
Get a little bit of a break, then that's good. Yeah, whatever.
Alright, well, thank you to both of you. GG's to both of you. Good luck in the next round. Ice, good luck in all your other endeavors, including, hopefully, a GDQ appearance. I believe that was talked about in the previous interview, so I don't know if we want to go too much into that now. In the meantime, there is one other race going on over on the Z1 Randomizer 2 channel. Pirate Chief and Shaddy looks like that one's close to being done. If you're not already following the runners, go ahead and click on those links to do so. But yeah, that's pretty much going to do it for us. Huge shout outs to Malkier for doing the tracking. Trackers always are MVPs. And Fury, pleasure as always. Thank you for joining me on commentary.
Yep, it was fun.
But yeah, that is going to do it for us. First race, let's see, tomorrow night I see 4 races on the schedule. So we'll say the first one is Antlers versus Rando Runner. That'll be at 9 o'clock Eastern. That'll be game 2. Duros and Jules, who were playing at the same time as we were, so I don't know the status of that series. That'll be at 9:30. That'll also be a game 2, and if necessary, at 10 o'clock will be the Pirate Chief and Shaddy, and at 11:30, Truant Gamer versus Chester play their game 1. So a lot of stuff going on tomorrow. Keep an eye on that schedule to see what channels those will all be on. I imagine they'll all get restreams. But yeah, that's pretty much going to do for us. If you want, go ahead and close it out. If there's anything else you want to add.
Nope, just head to the other channels and see if we can catch the action in progress.
All right. Let's do that. Go head over to Z1 Randomizer 2. We'll see you all there. Good night, everyone.